HefTV. YouTube.com/HefTV.
This ain't a goddamn field trip, people. This is a fucking war!
HefTV.
Alright, well, shall we, gentlemen? Are you guys all set?
Yeah.
Unless you said you wanted to do the intro today.
I do want to do the intro.
Alright, well, have at it.
It's your buttery voice host.
Yeah, I think you might have to change that part, but
Alright, so just there whenever?
yeah.
Oh, it's already recording. Oh, that's nice. What's up, guys? It is, surprisingly, it is not your buttery voiced host, HefTV, even though he's sitting to my left.
I am.
It is Elite Tumbles, and sitting to my right is would you like to introduce yourself?
I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm gonna plan on keeping it that way.
What? Oh,
It's Millennial Mike.
Millennial Mike, damn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hold the applause.
We will. Trust me, we'll.
Women,
we'll hold the
contain
applause.
your orgasms. Contain yourselves.
Or at least try to. You guys are lucky Mike didn't want to be filmed today. Otherwise, you girls would be going crazy over this handsome devil here.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to pass it over to you, Happy.
Good deal. No, it was good, man. I am your buttery voiced host, HefTV from HefTV, and today is podcast day. Welcome him back. Obviously, Millennial, he wasn't around last week. So welcome back, Mike. We missed you. Off to a good start. I'm only busting your chops, buddy. It's good to have you back around. Let's see. Well, not a whole heck of a lot has happened recently.
Which is shocking.
All right. Mike, you got any breaking news or anything? You're going to see Jurassic Live today, I guess?
Going to see
The hell's that?
Jurassic Park, but live.
So there's going to be, like, real live dinosaurs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's
The
the
first
Can I
time the public's
go?
gonna see 'em.
I know. Do you have to sign a waiver or anything? It's like, if you get 8, it's your own damn fault.
That'll be fun. I saw Joker last night, which
And?
Yeah, how was it?
was bad. It was
it really?
It was a really bad movie.
There was a lot of controversy around
Yeah,
that.
I'm
It was
like-
people
I
were
definitely-
walking out and shit.
Yeah, I went in and I would have walked out, not because of the controversy, just because I was so fucking bored. But it was. But Alyssa loved it. She thought it was fantastic, and I couldn't fucking stand it. So
Wow.
apparently I'm part of
Polarizing views on it.
Yeah, she really liked it. I could not stand it.
Huh.
So the general consensus was that you guys
3 out of
liked
10.
it.
Like it was a 3 out of 10. That's my general consensus. It started off really strong with like a lot of symbolism and everything in the scenes, and
Is it, like,
the
worth
acting throughout
going
the movie
to
is
see?
fantastic, great acting, and then the movie it just lost traction, didn't pick up again till the end. But the whole middle part was just
Oh, just a wreck?
a wreck. Yeah,
Wow. What were you saying, Tums?
Is it worth going to see?
I would see it just so
Because
I
I
want
want
to know what your opinion on it is, because it's either you love it or you hate it. I really haven't seen anybody who's got
A middle ground
Yeah,
on it.
There's a
Right.
guy that I work with who like swears by it.
yeah. See,
He's like I think it's the best thing that was ever made, and I'm like, okay, all right, calm down.
it's not. It's alright.
Oh yeah, him, his buddy, and his wife. It's the best thing best thing since sliced bread.
Sliced bread, that's not all that great. Sliced
Right,
bread is pretty
right,
cool,
and
I
I
guess.
know,
But
like-
I feel that there have been such innovations in technology since sliced bread that surely there's got to be something better that we can compare it to. Like,
Hard
oh,
rolls.
that shit is like hard balls. Can we get out of we'll go like, that shit is better than like jet engine fuel, man. It's like, all right, maybe it doesn't have the same kind of ring to it, but all right, you guys are right. Fuck it. Tumbles, you want to tell us about your,
So there was actually a case recently. I forget where. I do, but the family abandoned their adopted daughter, and air quotes around daughter. the family saw up to like 31 felonies or something. And like they were talking to him, one of them was like child abandonment. And they were talking to these people, and Channel 13 was, and they were like, yeah, she wasn't actually a kid. She was a full-grown woman who was in her 30s that suffered from dwarfism. And apparently, like, this little girl, like, wanted to kill the family.
So it actually was an older woman.
I don't know. They never discussed it. They never went into detail about it.
Well, if they're being charged with all those charges, I can safely assume that it is indeed not a full-grown woman. I mean, I'm probably sure that a full-grown woman would not, constitute for, like, child abandonment and stuff like that.
Apparently, that they left her with 3 months worth of the rent for an apartment. I'm like, wow. Like, could you imagine if that was a little...
It's like the door shuts and it's like a kid like this and then busts out a big stogie. It's like, oh, thank God. I never thought they'd fucking leave. Starts lighting the bills on fire. Fucking smoking a stogie. Yeah, come on over, Johnny. We'll get the boys and play some polkas, huh? Aren't you supposed to be a little girl? Yeah, you'd be surprised. You're like, oh, this is odd. Yeah, no, that's crazy. That wasn't in New York, I'm assuming.
No, I know that they.
It was probably like out like Kansas way or something like that. Florida. That's nowhere near Kansas, but okay.
No, it's probably Florida.
But Florida is terrible. Florida
Sounds
is
like
terrible.
a Florida situation.
Florida is terrible.
Florida is awful. Florida is like the New Jersey.
Florida is like the South's trash can.
The New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey.
Now, is there an old Jersey?
Well, that would be New Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, don't confuse me. The oil and petrochemical refinery state, not the Garden State, because that's ridiculous. You have some trees in Jersey, but you got to go to
I
like...
think I saw one before.
Yeah, there's one or two. Out like Elmer Way.
One of them was plotted in a little pot.
Yeah, in the middle of traffic. Yeah, it's like a tree grows in Brooklyn. Bullshit. What do you mean it was symbolism? Mine is actually, I didn't know this, but apparently, and Mike, I'm surprised you didn't tell me about this, being the age you are. So, cassette tapes.
What is that supposed to mean?
Cassette tapes. Tumbles is choking on his breakfast here. So, cassette tapes are making a comeback, apparently.
So
Since
vinyls too.
26. Well, vinyls have been coming back, like, for years now. Which apparently, and I didn't know, fucking cassette tapes are too. What was it? In 2016, sales jumped a whopping 74%, and they've continued to climb. In 2018, sales increased another 23%, reaching a total of 219,000 tapes, compared to 74,000 in 2015. Who has cassette tape players anymore?
I'm trying to think that. Like, I can't even remember the last time I saw a cassette.
I have one of my old band over there, but I'm like, I might have like other ones like, but so apparently, but here's the great part though. This is the kicker. I was like, which led me to this. A worldwide material shortage is delaying cassette production. And I'm like, wait, what? So I guess National Audio Company, the largest cassette taping manufacturer in the U.S., sent a letter to its customers explaining that due to the shortage of gamma ferric oxide, which is presumably whatever they use on the magnetize the tape and everything, however they work that wizard magic to get the music peoples in the little plastic box and Bill Cosby now. It is unable to fill orders on its usual 30-day schedule. Instead, it's working as fast as the raw material arrives. And then I didn't realize that the Stranger Things soundtrack was coming out on cassette, or is out on cassette. There's only one factory refining gamma ferric oxide, and essentially, there it is, an essential ingredient used to make the magnetic recording tape. I was right. According to the NAC, the facility has been under renovation for most of the year, and NAC is waiting on 50 tons of back-ordered gamma ferric oxide. But here's the best part. Is fortunately, and everybody can sigh of relief on this, doesn't look like it should be a long-term problem.
Whew, thank God.
Yeah, see? Thank you.
scared
That was good
there.
delivery. But this hang-up does reveal a hidden cassette weakness. The whole cassette industry seems to rely on one gamma ferric oxide refining factory. So they literally have all their eggs in one basket. I had no idea cassette tapes were, like, even still around, much less, like, getting popular again. Which is cool until, you know, your Walkman or your cassette player eats the fuck out of that tape and you, like, you know, you have to rip it or you have to, or, you know, that seems like, I'm glad we got away from cassette tapes. A lot of problems with it. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that whole thing. I think it's a little ridiculous that they're like, there's so many ridiculous things about that story.
My question is, if they ran out of a certain material, are they, like, partnered with Bethesda, or?
It could be. Yeah, it's probably the same. It's probably the same plant that the only plant that makes canvas.
The only plant.
The only place that makes
They were
canvas.
back ordered because that plant was trying to make the canvas.
Yeah.
That's why it was back ordered.
What do you think, Mike? You're a big cassette tape fan over there, buddy?
I've never seen a cassette tape in a store.
Yeah.
I haven't
At least,
either.
like in an actual, like not like a mom and pop store or anything like that.
Well, not only that, but I mean, they have at Wally World. They have vinyl.
Yeah, no, I know.
So you
vinyl's
would
been
think
popular.
that they would have, by logic, cassette tapes there too, if that was in such high demand now.
Like, what band is still putting that as an option?
Well, like I said, I can absolutely see for nostalgia purposes the Stranger Things soundtrack. But
Yeah, that makes sense. That I can see because it's a show that takes place in the 80s.
exactly. But I don't know, maybe like Air Supply or like Rod Stewart is still around. It was like, hey, let's go back to that, you know?
Let's go back to ye old days.
Yeah, personally, I was glad when they got away from the cassette tape format and went over to CDs. But again, then you have problems with CDs. They get scratched, they break, disc rot, yada yada. If you take care of them, you're good.
Disc rot?
Disc rot, yeah. So basically, when a CD, the stuff in the CD starts to break down,
Oh, okay.
and then it just basically is like what it sounds.
I
disc rot.
knew a kid in high school that had a CD player, and he like, what the hell was it? He had he like rigged it so that way you could take the top off it, because like most CD players, if you pop them open, the
Yeah,
top
it'll
and
stop,
it
yeah.
stops, it'll keep going. Yeah, it was really cool. It was neat.
Why? That makes no sense though. Why would you do that?
I don't.
Because then the
know.
disc
no
could like.
benefit from that.
No, not at all. I mean, if anything, that's like probably pretty dangerous. Like if the CD comes loose, it'd be like a flying plastic disc of death, and like decapitating like lunch ladies and shit, and fucking the laser that's reading the disc is burning out the eyes of all the fucking nerds and the fucking like that. Just sounds like a terrible idea. Why would you do that? Just start throwing ninja stars at people. Like it's
Hell
probably
yeah,
safer.
might as well.
That was the most Final Destination.
Yeah, that was right. That's like, I'd love to see that in a movie. I'd be like, oh damn it, I know where they got that from. That's insane. But I don't know.
Didn't even know disc rot was a thing.
Yeah, disc rot's a thing. It is a thing.
Didn't even know.
Yep.
And while we're still on the topic of like ye old times with cassette players and stuff, when my dad had the traveling van, like he had a van, and there was a VHS in it. Now I was probably about like, I don't know, I forgot how old I was. I was younger, even though I'm still, but whatever. I was like, what is this? When I held the VHS tape.
Yep.
And everyone in my family was like, oh, well, let me tell you what that is. It's just...
Oh yeah. Yep. VHS. Got a bunch of those.
Yeah.
VHS player. That's good stuff.
I like VHS.
Yeah, I like VHS too, especially for some movies. I like just the way it looked.
Be kind. Please rewind.
Mike, you had a story for us, didn't you?
No.
Now you're on the spot. Now you got now make something up.
I don't know.
No, you gotta make something up now.
Germans invaded a Schenectady bakery. There you go. Please elaborate on that, Mike.
Thousands of lives
That
lost.
thousands of lives lost.
At a bakery?
That's what I'm saying. It must have been a hell of a bakery or something. They have like the best bread in the world. It's like, we need a bakery. What? That is absolutely not true. None of that happened.
Funny if it was.
What time are you going to see the dinosaur showing?
I think it's at 7.
That's not bad.
I hope it's 2 hours. I don't want to sit there through it. I hope it's 2 hours. I don't want to sit there through it.
You hope it's 2 hours.
I hope it's 2 hours. That way it's not any longer.
Oh, do these things typically go longer than 2 hours?
I don't.
Most, a lot of them.
No.
I have no idea. So
Oh man, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
I think like Disney and Ice was like 3.5 hours long.
Wow, that would suck. Is there any kind of like intermission where you can go get like corn dogs or like hockey pucks or something?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, I mean, I know you're probably wondering about the hockey pucks, but if those dinosaurs attack, you're going to be glad you had one. Huck them shits at a velociraptor.
Or just open up a CD player and just fire the
Yeah, that's
CD
right. Yeah,
player.
do a little hole in it, open up,
Yep.
get that one
Yeah.
CD player with the top popped off of it. And just,
but it's like animatronic stuff. So I mean, it'll be cool to. Well, I mean, it'll be cool for like 10 minutes looking at that.
it's like pretty sure the dinosaurs couldn't do the robot. Maybe they could. I don't know. I'm no paleontologist.
Wait, what?
Dinosaur hunter guy. Thank you. I also wonder about the poop. Do the dinosaurs poop? I know you said they're animatronic, but I figure if you're in for a dime, you're in for a dozen, right?
No, we haven't developed the poop technology.
The poop technology, not yet. We're working on that
We're
still.
working on poop
Well,
technology.
they got the right guy on it.
We're working on it and we'll come back to you about it.
That's true. Mikey, actually, I'll put this out there for you too. It's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 25th, 26th, 27th, for like 2 hours each night. Andy needs somebody to stand as either Michael Myers or Jason in windows at his haunted house, and asked me to put that out there to people if anybody was interested. You literally just stand there and look creepy.
What day is it again?
Friday the 25th, Saturday the 26th, and Sunday the 27th. It's like 2
I
hours.
work Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, that's right. You work the other job. This guy has been choking almost. Like, the first thing I do when I wake up, right? I wake up and, like, I'm getting my shoes on, and Tumbles grabs this pack of Smart. What is it? The Smart.
Sweet Tarts.
Sweet Tarts. And he fucking, like, his first one. I, like, look down and you hear him choking. I'm like, whoa, easy killer. Like, what the? It was his first one. I'm like, what the hell? Then we almost killed him before with that, and now he almost choked again. You all right, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, good. Because, I mean, we'll all jump on it to give you mouth-to-mouth if need be.
Pretty sure Mike
But,
will.
yeah, Mike, yeah.
What's that supposed to be?
Mike would tweet about it.
He tweet about it. Hashtag
Taking selfies.
Yeah, Instagram bound. He has like the filters of you, like you're turning blue and choking, but you have like doggy ears and a cute little puppy nose. That's terrible.
Hashtag pray for Tumbles.
Let's get that trending. He's dying right next to me.
There's people that are just like right next to him posed. Oh my
Wants to see
god.
this hit 10,000 likes before
Yeah.
it goes.
If you like what we're doing, sub and hit me up on oh, that's alright. I ran that
You guys
one.
are making a whole YouTube channel about this shit.
People are live streaming. So shouldn't you guys be helping him? Nah.
No, he's alright.
He's fine.
It's like he's turning blue. Nah, it's fine. He does it all the time. He likes to change colors of his face.
Yes, he's like a chameleon. Oh, how was apple picking?
Hot.
Was it?
Yeah, it was warm.
Oh, I was like I'm thinking like, of course, I'm like, ooh, what kind of apple picking did you guys do?
It
Like,
was pretty warm.
it
It
was
lasted
hot.
like 20 minutes. Just got a bag full of apples.
and that was it.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Did you guys make anything from 'em?
We were going to, but then just never did.
Did you just at least eat the apples?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have some. Yeah, I bring them to work.
I was like, did you just like pay for a bag of apples and let them turn
by the
into like
time that-
applesauce naturally on the counter?
It's like by the time that we got out and everything, it was late and we were going to a movie or something.
Oh, okay.
And so we just bought an apple pie from there. And then we're just like,
That's fair.
We'll make apple crisp next week.
That's what it was. Apple crisp. That's what you were gonna make with it. That's
That
what I
is the
forgot about.
best
That.
thing in the world.
Never happened.
It's the apple crisp that could have been. It's a tale as old as time.
The one that got away.
The one that got away. Nice. Oh my god. Yeah. It's trying to think. Any Fallout news, Tumbles? Oh yeah. Wait. Oh wait. No. The Halloween thingy.
Yeah.
What's going now? When is that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm hoping that it's relatively soon, so it's gonna be kind of like the Fast Knocked event, but it's gonna be a Halloween version.
And I'm hoping they have like costumes and stuff that are specific to that, like the Fast Knock masks and stuff like that.
I'm hoping.
Because I feel that would probably be a really fun thing that I would probably even get down with. Halloween. Let me check here. Event.
Looks pretty cool. Oh, we're at 950,000 scores that were killed within the past since the 2nd of October.
Okay, for the Clean Up Appalachia thing. All right.
Yep, the goal is 1 million.
Okay, so it begins October 29th at midnight Eastern EDT or whatever,
Well, of course.
and runs through noon November 5th.
Why November?
I don't know. So they have enough. Oh, it's like a week. No, that's more than a week. I'm terrible at math. That's why I do podcasts.
Kind of want to stand in the window for a couple hours.
Do you? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's literally you just stand there and just look creepy in a mask. That's it. That's literally all you have to do. It's like for 2 hours.
Be fun for 10 minutes, and then it'd be like, holy shit.
Nah,
I'm
man, you get
still
to freak.
standing here.
Yeah, that's true. But you get to fuck with the people that are outside in the line. Just up in there, and then flash the light, step out of the way, then you're gone, and back in or something. Maybe hitting a bong, and I feel that would kind of take the.
What is Jason doing up there?
He's.
We couldn't afford a fog machine this year.
Yeah, so Jason bought his own.
We're finding
It's like, yeah,
their
but did he
own
have to bring
fog.
the Pink Floyd album with him? Like, you listening to Inagata Devita up there.
I guess that.
Yeah, Halloween appropriate costume or mask can double your progress. There's a mischief night public event every hour on the hour.
Probably anticipating that.
An iBot called JES2R Jester, of course, can be found at the White Spring Resort. Look for something called the Mischief Pyre.
Awesome, great. You're in White Springs, yay.
Yeah, because that's not always crowded enough already when you go to it.
Or
But
people
okay.
just nuke the shit out of it.
That's true.
No, let's put an event right there where people nuke it.
That's true. And there's going to be people that are doing it, too.
And you know
it's
that
like,
people are going to be like, yo, let's nuke this shit. You're in the middle of the mission. Someone's
Oh my
just
God.
sending the nuke. You're like, oh, god damn it.
that sucks. Oh, video game related. Actually, here's something I heard about the other day that I've been kind of keeping tabs on, was never really interested in purchasing as a product. But the more and more this story unraveled, I'm talking about the Atari VCS. Now, what this was supposed to be was a video game system that was going to have, like, old Atari games, but it was going to also utilize, like, new ones. And, like, it was talked about, and it was, like, an indie-started project. And there was just, like, shit show after shit show with it. Like, for the longest, there wasn't even, like, any kind of schematics for it or anything.
What do you mean it was going to play new ones too?
Well, like it would have an online streaming service as well that it would have, and they had like licensed games from like Namco and like all these other ones, SDK I think or something like that, or SNK, and so it got like pushed back. Like the whole summer went by and there were like no updates on it, so like backers were pissed off and everybody's like, what the hell is going on with this fucking thing? And then the other day, you get hit with this, is Atari VCS architect quits over alleged non-payment casts, doubt on console's future. Now this guy, the architect for this, hasn't been paid in 6 months. 6 months. And, for backers, who are supposed to get an early release for this thing. It's supposed to come out in like December. And there's not even like, and the guy that's making the thing quit for 6 months. So basically, I think everybody's pissed off over this. I don't think this thing is ever going to come to light. I feel bad for the backers. I hope that whatever kickstarting campaign that they went through, that all these people get their money back. And I hope that whoever the people are that are behind designing this fucking horrible like abomination it just get sued and into eternity and just disappear and never work on any projects again, because that's just like, not only was it like a not really great idea, but the whole thing just kind of seemed really shady from the start. And there's like myriads of YouTube videos on it that you can watch. Rich from Review Tech USA, of course, and Jeremy from the Cord Ring, and Mad Little Pixel, because I love those guys and I like giving them shout outs because they don't listen. But so it was kind of interesting, and now I'm just like, I can't wait to see what the next step is, which I'm gonna assume is probably gonna be class action lawsuit. Isn't that interesting?
That's
Now, how would you guys feel if you would put money towards, say it was like $100 towards like something,
I'd be pissed.
you know what I mean, that you got no information on. You didn't even see any kind of like blueprint for like the board or anything for like ever, and then all of a sudden like all this shit, and the guy that's supposed to be making the thing is just like, yeah, no, I quit because they haven't paid me. So where did that money go?
I spent $40 on a Loot Crate. You haven't heard a goddamn thing about that yet.
Yeah, remember, you'll be getting it in February now. You know who ended up buying out Loot Crate was Elvis Presley's like financial holding something or other like that.
Seriously?
Who also owns NECA. Yeah, learned that one.
Huh.
Yeah, Elvis Presley owns Loot Box now, or Loot Crate.
Is there going to be a peanut butter sandwich on there with bananas?
Hopefully. I mean, it's not actually Elvis that owns it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, in spiritually he does. He's got his fingers in a lot of things, though. Mostly Priscilla. Oh.
What?
He said he has his fingers in a lot of things, mostly Priscilla, his wife.
All right, well.
Wow,
If I put
crashed.
$100 to a product that I was actually excited for, no update. It's pretty shitty. I'm assuming that a lot of people are going to press charges. But
yeah, that's...
It's one thing to be like, hey,
would you try to get your money back, or would you just call it a loss and say, fuck it, I'm joining the...
Fuck it, I'm
at
joining the
$100,
lawsuit.
I would just cut it as a loss.
Really?
I would just cut it as a loss, watch from the sidelines, hopefully.
Maybe the disaster would be worth $100. The price of admission. Like the company for some reason like takes a fucking, I don't know, like a Muppet Studio hostage or something like that. Well, I'm trying to think of things that wouldn't be so bad if like got taken hostage, and that like kind of blows 90% of the places and things I can think of out of the water. So I guess a Muppet Studio is like nobody's getting hurt there, right?
It's like if there's a class action lawsuit against it and everything, they'll probably end up having to pay everybody back anyhow. So what's $100?
That's like a million pennies.
True. All right, take it back.
I don't know if my math is right. Again, I am terrible at math. Why I do podcasts. Yeah, that's crazy. Blizzard and Activision have pissed off like politicians and people like that with their backing of Korea and stuff. Have you seen or heard anything about this? So there was, now I haven't done a whole lot of research on it, but it's been everywhere in the news the past few days. At least in my YouTube feed, I can't like flip any videos without seeing it. But so Blizzard apparently did something that's like backing China and Korea or something like that. That is like pissed off politicians, and like people from Blizzard have like just walked out on the company because of whatever. Well, let me pull this up so I don't sound as stupid about it. But it's again, this is, and it's funny because I'm always saying it's a wonderful time to be a gamer, but apparently it's a shitty time to be a gamer as well. So you always have that flip side of the coin.
It's a shitty time to work.
Or work in the industry, that's true. It's insane. Because, I mean, it just seems like every other day there's something else going on in the industry that is not good. I mean, loot boxes and, like, pay-to-win stuff is always an issue, always going to be an issue.
Like, people who don't follow gaming news miss out on a lot, but if you do follow it, it's just a constant source of news, because there's always
something to
going
talk
on.
about, exactly, which is why, you know, when I'm really... I mean, there's just so many things that I can think of to talk about regarding stuff like this, although not in, you know, case in point, not in the greatest of detail, but I'm looking this up right now.
It's like the voice actors strike. When that happened, that made actual news for a little
It did.
while.
And you know what my thing was? I was like, what a better time for me to get started on that. And you know what happened? Nothing. That's classic Hefty. I was like, yeah, I gotta jump on that. Like, nobody's doing voiceover work. I bet you I could get a gig.
We're making podcasts.
Yeah, now we're making podcasts,
With a
yeah.
mysterious partner that we have no idea how we acquired.
That's true. And reading scary stories
Yeah.
to tell in the dark. Which there are a lot of on the channel.
There are, yes. They're all very good.
Thank you.
I love them.
There we go. Blizzard, Hong Kong. Blizzard employees staged a walkout after the company banned a gamer for pro-Hong Kong views. There we go. This is from CNN. So you know this is an accurate portrayal of what has gone on. So, American video game company Blizzard Entertainment is under fire from the global gaming community, but also politicians as well, from what I've seen on videos. For the global gaming community after it banned a Hong Kong player who called for a political revolution in the city. On Tuesday, Blizzard disqualified and banned the player. We're going to call this guy Chung. That's his last name. I can't. Nguai Chung. Sorry. Also known as Blitz Chung. I should have just called him Blitz Chung. That would have been way less racist and offensive. From a worldwide tournament from the online card game Hearthstone. I shouted the popular protest slogan, "Liberate Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Times," during a live stream post-match interview, which Blizzard said violated its competition rules. He was stripped of his potential winnings and forbidden from competing for the next year. So now, many of the, with Beijing taking a hard line on other brands caught in the mix. That's right, like South Park. South Park has also been banned in China.
That's not surprising.
Which I'm like, first of all, how does it take so long for this show to get banned anywhere? Like, I'm pretty sure, they've been around forever and they've been pissing everybody off. Like South Park and the NBA, many in the online gaming community are now accusing Blizzard of trying to appease China.
With the NBA's been in China? Why?
Yeah, I don't know what that has to do with it. Now you're dragging sports into it, and I'm like, South Park and video games, I can, now you're talking my language. You start talking basketball, I'm like, that's the one with the shuttlecock, right? Where you throw the horseshoe around the ring things. I don't fucking know sports, man. So since then, mad people, social media exploded in outrage after the news of Blitz Chung's ban broke. Many calling for a boycott against Blizzard, other games, and against Activision, Blizzard's parent company. I mean, again, Activision is bought into the shit show. I mean, they've been in there a couple times. Players have posted images of them uninstalling or canceling subscriptions to hugely popular and profitable Blizzard games like World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, and Overwatch. One such post showing a subscription cancellation garnered more than 112,000 upvotes on Reddit. Wow. With many other players commenting they do the same thing. It's just insane, man. We're in a situation, so this is a guy that worked on World of Warcraft. He joined the boycott on Wednesday, canceling his subscription to the game. His name is Mark Kern. He said, we're in a situation where unlimited communist money dictates our American values. He tweeted, "We censor our games for China. We censor our movies for China. Now game companies are silencing voices for freedom and democracy." That has a picture of his actual tweet. Yeah, this is like, this is crazy. And it's getting worse. And, video games are no longer a safe haven, apparently, for, getting away from shit. I mean, I don't know. They're now politically involved more so than ever. I mean, before it was just, video games are causing people to kill people, which is stupid. But they're going to keep going back to that because they have no other argument for that. And then it's like, are video games, too violent, which kind of ties some of the other thing. But it's like, that was as bad as it was. And like, hey, should there be nudity in games? Of course. Yes, there should. But now you're dragging politics into it. And it's like, come on, man. I want to play video games to get away from all that hullabaloo. And just,
it's funny
your girlfriend being like, when are you gonna man up and get me a ring? And I'm like, listen, I can't commit to a library card. You said that. Is that just me? Is that I'm the only one? Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny how you were saying that, like, people were boycotting Activision. Dude, like, I can't tell you how many times I have heard boycott Activision. I mean, this is dating, because I'm looking at a magazine, this is dating way, way back in Call of Duty. Everyone was like, boycott Activision, and I have heard it so many times, and it does absolutely nothing. It does nothing. You could say that you're gonna boycott it. That's cool. I understand if you want to boycott something, boycott it. But it's gonna amount to absolutely nothing. There's literally, like, okay, cool. You're one person who is boycotting the Activision, and your picture got 112,000 likes.
But there's a lot of people on board now, and like politicians are involved, and the thing that I want to say is, like, I understand 100% where you're coming from. Like, one person really can't make a difference, but these people are voting with their wallets now instead of just voicing their opinions. So now, you know what I'm saying? These companies, although it's probably not in the long run a ton of money, they're losing money. And not only that, but like the awful press that they're getting is probably, their PR guys are like,
let's boycott Activision. Woo!
But I like the Ghostbusters game. And they just re-released that too. It's like $30 for Xbox One. It's remastered. I absolutely recommend you guys pick it up. It's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful game.
You got Borderlands?
You have Borderlands. There's no accounting for taste.
Man.
Yeah, I'll catch it for that one. That's fine. Yeah.
Dude, that's so dumb. That's so stupid.
So we'll see how that goes. Just another fun thing in the world of video games today. Let's see what else we got here.
See, Doomed got pushed back?
Yes. And you know what? Good. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Instead of Bethesda pumping out a shit, not finished game and we'll get it in post kind of attitude, they're taking their time and they're going to set it out right. Hopefully, I'm hoping to God that it's what the deal is. That they learned from Fallout 76 and they're like, holy crap, whoops. We can't let that happen again.
I got the first Doom at launch, and I remember playing it and not thinking it's a Bethesda game because it was pretty polished.
That's true. And it was a really good game too.
One of the Doom that just kind of I don't want to say.
Yeah, it was like 2016, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, I actually had that Doom too, and I completely didn't feel like a Bethesda game because it was just.
Yeah, it was. It was polished. Good. It was a very good description of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with where. There's other games coming out in November anyway, so.
Yeah. Like Borderlands.
I'm back on Far Cry. So.
That's right. Tumbles is back on Far Cry. It's been a while.
New Dawn was absolute and total shit. Far Cry 5 was amazing. I feel like New Dawn, they're literally like, we're talking about it as like the last DLC for Far Cry 5 came up. They were just like, hey, New Dawn. And I'm like, that's retarded. That's incredibly stupid. It's like, take your damn time with a video game. Like...
Yeah, which is, again, why I'm happy that they pushed Doom back. So that they, take your time with it. Don't rush it.
You know more about this than I do. Didn't they push back Far Cry 5? Like, wasn't there...
They did. I think it was only a couple months, though. I don't think it was anything...
Far Cry 5 was absolutely amazing. It was my favorite Far Cry out of all the Far Cries that I've played.
3 was my favorite.
Was that the Far Cry 5 Return of the Jock Hitch?
Swamp Edge. Man, I will never forget that. You, me, and BD were playing Fallout 76, and I forget what the hell it was, but like you came down with the mutation and it was Swamp
Yep,
Edge.
I'm like, oh god.
And like everyone was just like we were just cracking up laughing.
That's the worst.
We're like, yo, you want a disease cure? No, it's fine.
No, I'm gonna ride this out. What is it I need to like? I love the burn or whatever. It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's when I should probably go back and play. I've been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac. A lot of Binding of Isaac lately.
Still at it?
Dude, yeah.
Dude, you should have seen him last night.
I was rolling
Oh
last
my
night.
God.
I had a hell of a run. I was doing really fucking well, actually. I should have just gone straight to the boss, but I was like, let me see if I can get more shit out of it. But it was.
Then he died.
And then I died. But it was a hell of a run. So I was not disappointed. But yeah, I fucking love that game, man. There's something about it. It's just every time I pick it up, I'm like, nah, I'll play one more round. One more round. And then you get like shit items, and I'm like, yeah, one more round. I don't know.
It's just like Far Cry. It's just like, alright, I'll take this over. 2.5 hours later, I'm gonna take this over.
Yep.
And then you forget what time it is.
Then before you know it, it's February. Like you started in May. Like, oh my god. What has happened? I'm really looking forward to a mini Sega thingy. One of those little mini Sega things they have for sale, like the mini...
The mini Sega.
Yeah, the Genesis ones, yeah.
There's a guy on YouTube who reviews it. I haven't seen it yet, but he
I'm
reviews
surprised
it.
there's no mini Nintendo system coming out this year.
Yeah, I don't know why. The 64, I feel, would have been really cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh no, they got out. Hold on, I gotta go wrangle them back up. Get my trank darts.
I'm a kid.
Yeah, the N64 again. I feel they could have had some solid ones on. I know there was speculation, but I don't know. Maybe they're just like
I want a Game Boy.
the fat is a mini game. Well, I mean mini Game Boy.
Just
Mini
a
Game Boy,
Game Boy would be
God.
fine with the games built in.
That would be. I mean, that wouldn't take up any memory at all. Like you could fit that all onto like the fucking. The mini SD card I have in my phone
Yeah.
and still have a ton of room left on
No,
it.
the games themselves are nothing.
Yeah, they're like
Surprising because,
microfiles,
like,
dude. Yeah, they're like kilobytes in size. I'm like, because I used to have a lot of ROMs for it back when those things were a lot easier to get, and I had all of them, bro, on my computer. I had fucking Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo,
I
Super
had a
Nintendo,
couple
like.
of Pokemons on my old phone, but then Nintendo took all the ROMs down.
Yeah, way to go, Nintendo.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks, Dick.
Actually, that's one thing I got to grab from Tui. He's got a buttload of them on his computer, and I have a flash drive and a computer. So, find me, Nintendo. I dare you. Uh-oh.
As in Nintendo's like, nah. You just hear,
I'd be like, wow, this is not live. How did they do that? It wouldn't
we
surprise
know
me.
everything.
Yeah, they're like, you know that webcam that you have on right there, or you know your phone in your pocket. Like we have tabs on you, fatty. I'm like, whoa.
it's like,
What? That was fucked up. I mean,
on.
But fun fact, the Mario Kart app updates every 2 weeks. New courses.
Really?
Added stuff to it every 2 weeks, and I could not be happier because I love Mario Kart.
you do love you some Mario Kart.
Wasn't I the one that told you all that?
No, the app?
No. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know where.
Known about it for
I'm confused.
months, but anyway,
What is Mario Kart?
But anyway, it's cool because 2 weeks, new Mario Kart.
That is really cool, and
Makes me
and that's long enough to enjoy them, but not get sick of them.
Yeah, it's perfect, and I'm very so go Nintendo. I hope that they actually
Add Waluigi, yeah. That dude is not too lit for that game. Put him in there. Let's get Waluigi in there.
well, they still support like Pokemon Go and stuff. So I just hope that this gets supported for a while.
I think it will. I definitely think it will. Mario Kart Racing is a tried and true. I mean, look at how many iterations of that there are. You know, that's like I remember me and the guys playing that when the guys were kids. You know, Tui still rocks the hell out of that. Actually, I'd love to see that, you versus Tui. And either that or Smash Brothers.
Oh, Smash, you kick my ass.
Go.
I suck
Let's
at
go.
Smash.
Let's
I
do
know,
it.
right? Let's go pick
So
Tui
bad.
up from work, and we're like, well,
Now
you're leaving now.
You just entered. We just stepped in my
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like, come on, we gotta have a fucking Mario Kart racing day with you versus Millennial. I'd say we could put it on the channel, but Nintendo would be like, that, and I'd be like, well, I'm not even making money off of this. How are you gonna? Why?
Again.
Yeah.
Shit.
Come on. Did you guys at least bring pizza this time? No, just a subpoena. Oh, that's terrible.
Subpoena pizza, you know.
It's got a P in there.
It's got a P in there. There's an A in subpoena
Subpoenas.
pizza.
Are we boring you, Millennial? I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, you just bored the shit out of me.
We've gone from just boring the Xbox to sleep to like Mike. It's the next logical step.
Next, your computer's gonna just go to sleep. It's gonna like shut down. It's just like, wait, no.
Like Mike goes down first. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. It's just it's so bored with the podcast. It's like, oh, let me just close my eyes for a minute. Oh, they wiggle the mouse. Damn it. Okay. That's nuts.
Well, though,
It's like nothing happened this week.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's
nothing
actually
really happened
has.
last week either.
Yes, it was a seemingly slow. Oh, last week I don't know if you heard about it. Did you listen to the podcast from last week
Nothing
about
last
it?
Week, no.
I'm going to give you the 2-minute version of this, if that long, because I really don't want to fall down this rabbit hole again. Wendy's has a D&D game.
Oh, I saw that.
Okay, yeah.
Feast of Legends.
Yeah, Feast of Legends. It's ridiculous. And Tumbles downloaded the PDF file. It's like a 97-page PDF file. Absolutely hilarious.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah, spent way too much time on that last week.
That was literally
Way
the
too
whole
much time on that
podcast
last week. So that was really funny. That's right, the new Breaking Bad movie.
Yep.
That's all I have to say about that. I did not enjoy Breaking Bad.
Yeah, neither did I.
So,
I'm not
which apparently is a highly unpopular.
It wasn't the greatest show ever, like a lot of people think, but it was still enjoyable. I still enjoyed watching it.
The Walking Dead or some shit is now like season 10. I'm like,
Stop watching that season 3.
I stopped watching it in season 1 after they killed off Otis. Fuck that. When they killed off the fat guy, I was like, nope, I'm done. I was hoping they'd all die by the end of season 2.
So
They're
here's
still alive.
no, they're still going. So here's a good one from NBC News. Stalking suspect allegedly studied pop idol's pupil images online to find her location. So the man allegedly studied reflections of the woman's pupil in photos and social media, and using Google Street to find where she lived and what train stations she used.
What the shit?
This was in Tokyo, of course.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
A man was arrested on suspicion of stalking a female pop idol by studying reflections of her pupils in photos she shared on social media and using Google Street View, like I just said. Tokyo police official declined to comment on the specifics of the investigation, but the official confirmed Friday that 26-year-old, we're going to call him Sato, was arrested on September 17th on suspicion of indecent behavior. Who was the pop idol?
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The woman whose identity was not disclosed is a pop idol. Okay. So.
Basically, someone in Tokyo.
Oh, he spoke of the condition of anonymity is as often policy at Japanese bureaucracies. Okay, so that's why. Now that's going. Who is suspected of jumping the woman from behind, groping her, and causing injuries.
Good God. Wait, what?
Now get this. Now this is how they end this. The cases raised alarm over potential risks from sharing on social media. Tokyo Shimbun, a metropolitan daily that reported on the stalking case, warned readers that even casual selfies could show surrounding buildings. It's basically you can dox yourself, but here's where it gets really creepy. It suggested people shouldn't make the V sign with their fingers, which Japanese often do in photos, because fingerprints could be stolen. Think about that shit. You have a fucking high resolution picture of you giving the fucking peace sign.
God.
You zoom that sucker in tight. So you can like see the swirls and everything, dude. The implications are incredible on that. I mean, I never would have thought to do that. As far as like to go to stalk someone. Now, I've never stalked anybody before. No, I guess I guess I now have a better way of doing it. Thank you, News.
It's incredibly impressive. It's, not good, but
No,
it's
not
incredibly
good.
impressive that you can actually do that.
Leave it to the Japanese to come up with that.
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
What the hell?
I never would have even thought of that, but that's freaky deaky, man.
I saw, what the hell was it? I saw some, I watched some video where they, like, broke it down all the way to, like, where you could look into the person's eyes and see what map they were on. It was, like, a new one that was coming in DLC. And sure enough, when the DLC came on, they were like, oh, this map. And everyone's just like, yeah, we saw that from the first
so
eyes.
same principle. Only,
Yeah.
like, you're not trying to grope them. You're in movies, shooter back. Louis gonna be stalking your pictures. You look at them big brown eyes. And I'm gonna put them on your movies. Louis had to make a comeback. He can only talk about groping for so long before, Louis Armstrong, everybody.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was nice, right? Oh my God. Yeah, so I really, I didn't think I was going to find anything else. That was kind of interesting. Let me take one last look here.
Man, that's like... Oh. That's creepy.
That's very creepy.
Fingerprints by doing that. I don't want to. I mean, I've never done that in any photos, but like,
No.
now I know I'm not going to.
Okay. Here's a little something for everybody close to home.
Sweet.
Here in upstate New York.
Sweet.
So here we go. This is called Immediately Kill This Air-Breathing Fish Found in Hudson Valley.
Air-breathing fish?
Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, so they're getting smarter now.
Come on, you son of a bitch. Breathe it.
This summer for fishing season, it doesn't mean what you think it does.
They're on the shore now.
You hear that? Well, yes, it sounds like a fish walking. But fish can't walk in. Ah! This season, the fish are catching you.
You're like unlocking the door.
I love it. It's like, oh, I gotta get away. Oh my God. Okay, so that's all right. We got a movie idea there. Or at least a trailer.
When fish attack.
When fish attack. A horrifying, invasive fish that can live on land for days is raising concerns after another one was discovered in open waters. Imagine a fish with sharp teeth that's found a way to survive out of water. It eats snakes, mice, and small birds and reproduces rapidly. No, this isn't some sort of bad horror film. It's a real fish that has been found in the Hudson Valley.
Don't make a great horror movie.
That's what I'm saying. That's my new favorite noise. I just see the little fins flapping on the ground. It's like standing upright, like. In the Hudson Valley, it's real fish that have been found in the Hudson Valley, and as environmental officials very concerned. The invasive northern snakehead was first discovered in Orange County in 2008. All right, so that's it's the greatest. It's like a great sound effect. The terrifying fish was identified in Ridgeberry Lake in the town of Wawayanda. I'm from New York. I don't know how to pronounce that. The fish is of such concern that the pesticide rotenone was applied to the lake to eradicate the species, but because the snakehead can travel on land for days, hitchhiking assumably, with a little top hat on.
Land breathing.
I swear to God, I am not making this up. I am not making this up. But this can travel on land for days. It's got a bindle, the little fucking hobo thing behind his back. It can escape targeted efforts. Yeah. Barbara. It can escape targeted efforts to kill it by finding new waterways. Oh my god. The fish found near Atlanta, Georgia this month. And officials there are so concerned that they have instructed residents to kill it on site.
What the fuck?
Anyone who catches a northern snakehead is urged to immediately kill it and report the finding to wildlife officials. Now, all I can see is some rednecks throwing hand grenades and TNT in the ring. And he's like, I'm pretty sure there was one in there somewhere. It's just a pile of goo. He's like, yeah, it was probably one or two of them. Report the findings. Like, I'd catch it and just blow it up and be like, I did it. I feel that that's encouraging sadism and torture to animals. But I'm like, are we afraid they're going to take over? Is that the problem?
Look out, Jaws.
So, yeah, I know, right? Look out, Jaws. Yeah.
Dude, Jaws
This fish is going to school you.
Look.
It's like take it out on site, so can they move on land?
Yeah, well, that's, again, with the noise, like, I would assume, if they can travel on land, how? I mean, maybe they have, I don't know. I don't know. So, let's see. Anyone who catches a northern snakehead is urged immediately to kill it and report the finding to wildlife officials. That's the same advice given by the New York State DEC. If you happen to find this fish in Hudson Valley waters, the DEC says to kill it immediately, remembering that it can live on land. The fish is to then be frozen and shipped to Hannaford's. No. Most recently, invasive northern snakeheads have been found in Queens County, just south of Hudson Valley. Huh. So, now, I don't understand why. That's a picture of them. So, I mean, I don't see a hat or a bindle. Can travel on land for days. The invasive, I mean, is it like I don't know.
Dude, they bring in like the National Guard.
Oh
it's
my
like
god!
This sort of like barricades and stuff. They're walking through woods, and you just hear one coming up, and then you just hear like a whole army of them.
What was that? God! All I can think of is The Simpsons where the dolphins take them. Yeah. What was that? I don't know. It sounded like George. Let's go get him. Yeah, I wonder what kind of hazard they pose. I mean, obviously the air breathing and being able to travel for days on land is a bit disconcerting. I'm not gonna lie.
You said they eat mice.
And they eat mice. That's terrible.
They could replace cats potentially. I'll take 6
Oh, your mom. Oh, you can tell mom you're getting rid of the cats. You're getting some northern snakehead fish.
Oh yeah. Hear that, Mom? We're getting rid of the cats. We're getting these fish.
Your mom listens to the podcast?
I listen to it every Saturday.
Oh.
Well,
Hi,
I'm
Mom.
getting ready for work.
Like, if they can eat mice and everything, then I would imagine that they can adapt to a pretty on-land diet.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, they probably don't have a whole steady diet of mice in the lakes or whatever. But, like, why stop there at mice? Like, next you work your way up to toddlers, and then before you know it, dude, you're like, they really are taking us out.
Movies after you.
And it was funny, it does sound like a horrible sci-fi movie, but it is, in fact, reality. And that is actually an amazing step of evolution. If, like, I mean, that would be scary as fuck. If I was, like, fishing and didn't know anything about this, and, like, caught one of these things, and then just kind of left it out, and then forgot about it. Because I usually drink when I fish, so I got tanked and forgot about it. And I go back the next day, and it's sitting there like, arms crossed, drilling me. Yeah, it's like, with its little fins flapping together. I'm like, oh my god, that is probably pretty disturbing.
It's like,
mouse goes by, and it's like, nyom. And I'm like, he just hands up, and you back away from the fish. That's insane.
That's great.
And to have only been discovered 11 years ago is crazy. You know what they were doing up until then? Practicing.
Revenge of the Fisherman.
Yeah, exactly. It's freaking
holding their breath.
Yeah, practicing, yeah, or like breathing air. They're like, okay, Bill, just go up to the surface and just breathe that stuff in. That would be like us going underwater and being able to travel underwater for days, just as is.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be a little disconcerting.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
My head hurts from laughing so hard.
Yeah, I'm also honestly a little scared for my safety. And y'all's safety, not just my safety.
I know now. I plan to go to the nearest body of water and try and teach the fish how to breathe in.
It's just like, come on, guys. Look, these guys got it.
Remember that podcast you listen to? This is what he looks like.
No, you know how we found him? We were looking at a picture and we saw in his eye pupils where he was. Yeah, so geez, I think we'll end it on that.
We got the prints off of his, oh, fuck. Never mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right out of the train station,
Dude.
just like no time wasted
That's what I
there.
aim for, man.
They got my prints off of like, I don't know.
They got the prints off of the gills.
Out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a boss fight.
Oh, it should be for Craig the Creamsicle.
Craig's
You fight
freaking
the air
fish.
freaking fish. Oh, that's what it could be. You could think it's like in the fridge or something like that. He thinks it's dead, and it's like, nope. You haven't read about me, have you?
It looks like it's dead, but as it gets
Rush,
close to it, it
human
starts
legs.
To,
Yeah, it's got human legs. That'd be very gross, and I feel like I would probably scream like
I
a
wouldn't
girl.
have it
And
up, like I would have it horizontal.
horizontal. Oh, I
this,
like it. Oh,
but just with legs in the back.
oh. So when I was doing the noise, I pictured it upright.
No.
Like right like
No.
that. Oh, you were picturing it on its belly?
On belly, just because like it's like Vince just slapping the ground.
Well, that's what I love the noise. But I figured if they're able to breathe air, they've surely mastered like upright like mobility, right? I don't know.
they can now like.
I mean, they
run.
look pretty long from the picture, so maybe they like do a snake thing and.
But that's true. Or they flop. They do the worm.
Yeah,
the
like
whole way.
you know, like the Magikarp animation for Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, if I ever saw that in like the world, and I saw one of those things like flopping along like that, I would take a pic. I would film it, and I would put the gnarliest like beat to it, like just like doing the worm across the street. Actually, I would probably kill the shit out of it. I'd be like, "What do you have on me?"
I'd probably be like, "Oh, this poor fish." Walk over and then kick it back into the lake.
Oh,
And then you
immediately
walk around,
roiling
and then
waters
you
and
hear-
blood
and then
comes
you hear
up
the
everywhere.
sound coming up, and his voice.
Seriously, these
One
fish
of
are
them's
apparently
got
a
like
big
a
problem.
tire iron. It's like what?
Oh my god, where did he get that from? They're driving now. Like the lady ones have like lipstick on and like on the Incredible
Get out of the
I
car.
don't know.
It's like, oh, what? Professor, get out!
One's wearing a plastic bag. One's got another like soda
The
can.
6-pack ring around its neck. It's like, we're coming for yous now. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So on that, I think we'll end it. You guys have anything else?
That'd be a great horror movie.
It
It really would be.
Truth is stranger than fiction. What's the quote? There are stranger things on heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Sure, that sounds like a quote.
It is a quote. I'm not smart enough to make that up, so it's actually a quote.
Yeah, who said it?
Well, I just said it. Where where it originated, I couldn't tell you.
You gotta give credit.
Some old dead guy. Good job, buddy.
Fair enough.
Well, you know what? Everybody gives it to Shakespeare. We'll give it to Shakespeare. Maybe it was Poe. Hold on. God damn it. You're going to make me look stupid right before I ending this. Hold on. I'll figure this out. No, everybody, you have to listen to me.
Dude,
find this.
that fish, man. That would be hilarious.
That's really fucking funny.
That is what I saw that and I was like, no, hold on. And I went into it and I was like, oh my god. Let's see.
It takes 3 of them to drive, or it takes 4 of them
Holy
to
shit, it is
drive.
Shakespeare. It's from Hamlet. All right.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go. It was
we go.
Shakespeare.
Woo.
Ooh, I was right. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank, obviously, Tumbles and Millennial Mike for stopping by again. We love you guys so much. And it's always fun. I didn't think this would be as funny as it was today, and we crushed it, I think, on that last story.
Yeah, parked my car in the parking lot, and it was broken into. There was water fucking everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I know who it was. Just look for them air-breathing fish. Mike, I can't wait to hear next week how the Jurassic Live was. And,
Oh, I can't wait to tell
and
you.
if they perfected the poop technology. Anyway, guys, thanks again for swinging by, and thank you everybody for listening. Go out there, do good things, because no one else is going to. If everyone did one good thing for somebody else each day, this world wouldn't be such a bad place. And we will see you guys next time on the podcast.
Look, you're not an instant winner.
You're not an instant. Did the rip-off ticket said you're not a winner? That is a douche coffee move. Wow.
Damn, man,
Wow.
I feel sad.